This program is brought to you by the following sponsors.
This is Dr. Strange, Sorcerer Supreme, Master of the Mystic Arts, and apparently born in Philadelphia, which would kind of explain the, magical powers and stuff. In Marvel 3, he sits comfortably in A tier because of his great assists and Spell of the Shanty Super, which is described more like a gun than it is a super.
Yo, that man is rocking a triple-edged shotgun right there.
His game plan mainly revolves around playing a slow keep-away game with his amazing spells like Eye of Agamotto, Bolts of Balthak, Daggers of Danak, and Flames of Fault. Impact Palm is undeniably Strange's best normal. It has a 6-frame startup and causes a crumple on any grounded hit, giving you time to set up Grace of Hoggith, Hard Tag, or I don't know, grant magical powers to Kevin Durant.
I'm Dr. Stephen Strange. I need you to come with me.
Who are you? Why do I gotta talk to you?
And he can get it more than once. This shit is not that serious, man. It's also special cancelable, so you can always just cancel into Light Mystic Swords and reset to neutral. Now, taking in all of that, the true hallmark of Dr. Stephen Strange's fisting techniques is this sentence here. Impact Palm is not subject to hit stun deterioration.
The important thing isn't can you read music, it's can you hear it. Can you hear the music?
Strange.
Yes, I can.
Oh no, he called a teammate! Oh my! He got hit by a backdash! Oh no! Marlon
Snipe over the top of him.
I don't!
Like a low teleport.
Alright, let's do this shit. First, we're gonna need to have the other person in the corner. There are other versions of palm loops that work at mid-screen, but let's focus on walking before we start running marathons here. So there are about a total of 10 billion ways to actually get into a palm loop, but they all do the same thing, which is pushing you back out enough for the combo to work. The spacing for this part isn't airtight, just don't be point blank when you do your first launcher and you should be fine. Light Mystic Swords is usually the best for this because it has good pushback, but if you want to go something easier than that, you can do down heavy into Impact Palm and the launcher, or you can just do the launcher by itself as long as the spacing is good enough. So starting from the launcher at the end of your setup, you're going to want to delay a neutral super jump, not a forward one, the slightest amount, and immediately impact palm out of it so that you clap their feet.
And then when you clap him in the bottom of his feet on his Dr. Shoals.
If you super jump too early, you're not going to be able to get under. If you're having trouble with this part, go into your control settings and make sure auto super jump is turned off. If the hitbox of impact palm is just barely touching tips with their huge ass airborne hurtbox, you should be in a perfect position to start doing palm loops. Now, as soon as you clap their feet with your first impact palm, you want to immediately do raw Flames of Faultine. This will pop them back up a bit so you can connect another impact palm after it hits. All of this is auto-timed, you don't have to manually time any of it. Each time you juggle them in the air, you can get up to 3 reps of this sequence if you juggle them right and the positioning works out well, but keep in mind that each successive one will be harder to do. So if you're just starting and learning them, probably keep it to 1. You're always going to finish your air juggle on an impact palm so that they fall down with you and you can connect another impact palm on the ground. From here you basically have 2 options. You can either relaunch them immediately off the impact palm, which is easier, or you can get another impact palm, Flames of Faultine impact palm rep in on the ground before you relaunch them. It's optimal, does more damage, but it's going to be harder. So that's the entire loop right there. You just keep Going up in the air, doing reps, coming down, doing a rep, and you repeat that until they're done. Naturally, doing this consistently is going to take a lot of practice. I think I've only actually looped it once in bracket when I used to do weekly Marvel tournaments. If you're having trouble getting the loop started, I found that practicing in X Factor 3 and then scaling down each time I got better with it helped a lot. It also might be helpful to practice doing Impact Palm into Flames of Fall Team in the air without hitting them. So on top of that, I would recommend watching matches from Yipes, from Idom, Nemo, and especially Mini Boss. Mini Boss has 10 times the amount of sauce than any other Strange player, I feel like, and he just does a bunch of crazy shit that I immediately want to go like, I want to lab that. Keep in mind that this is a basic overview of Impact Palm loops, and not everything I'm saying is a set in stone rule that you need to follow in order for it to work. One thing you learn very quickly about Marvel 3 is that there aren't really any consistent rules for anything, but I'll leave that up to you to explore on your own. So that's about all I have to say about Impact Palm loops. I think they're a really fun combo, and they're one of the first ones that I learned how to do in Marvel. And I remember when I was learning them, it was very hard because of the lack of resources around for Marvel 3. So hopefully this helps that a bit. I'm going to work on making some more of these, hopefully, starting with a certain someone. In the meantime, because of, college, I do have to say I'm on Twitter and on Twitch. I stream games of the Capcom and Marvel varieties sometimes.
I didn't even play comp, I just struck my...
If any of this was confusing, feel free to reach out. I'd be more than happy to help. See you in the next one. That's fucking stupid. That's really fucking stupid.